What is true cannot be threatened. No matter how much you question it or challenge it, it will still remain true no matter what. We spend way too much time and energy trying to promote or defend ideologies and beliefs that we have spent practically zero time actually investigating or thinking critically about to determine whether or not they are actually true or not. And when we do this because either we grew up believing in it. Maybe you grew up as a Christian or a Catholic or a Mormon or whatever, and or a Muslim. It doesn't matter what ideology or belief or religion it is, but you grew up believing it, and so you never questioned it because your everyone you know, your family, your friends, maybe your church, whatever congregation that you attend or anything like that, they all believe it. And there's that safety feeling of in group belonging. And then not only that, but you have the feeling of certainty that you have that peace that you know in the end you are on the winning side, you are on the right side. And while that all sounds nice and dandy and good, um, what it practically turns out is like it's like you are Simba eating bugs and different things, bugs and berries and nuts or whatever you can find, with Timon and Pumbaa and singing Hakuna Matata. Yeah, it's nice and peaceful and there's not very many threats, um, but then you're actually missing out on what you are called to do, what you are really meant to do, which is to stand up to the oppressive scar, or in our world today, it might be standing up to a legalistic pastor or to a system that abuses and manipulates masses, um, either spiritually or sometimes in other ways, and and it's hard to do. I mean, it's that's why I think so many people get stuck. Now, you before you turn this off or anything because you think I'm a godless heretic or an atheist or something like that. No, I'm not. I actually believe in God more today than when I was a fundamentalist Christian. Um, and um, what questioning is going to do, it's either going to do two things. If you stop too early, or if you just are not really serious about it, then maybe you might end up becoming an atheist, or you might just, or if you just decide, it's not worth questioning, then you might just stay stuck in that fundamentalist religion. And if you feel safe, and that's what brings you peace and hope in the world, and you're fine with that, then I mean, just do whatever feels right to you. But once that cognitive dissonance starts to slip in, once you start to see inconsistencies in your own beliefs and your traditions, um, if you really want to be like Neo in the Matrix and take that red pill and see where the truth lies and see where the truth leads you, you will go on a path that, and it's going to be scary. It's going to be like Neo taking the red pill. The blue pill would have been the easy option for Neo to take, but that's what most religions, what most Christians do today, is they're just stuck in this blue pill world of safety and security and and just static doctrine that is safely kept in their theological box, and there's no questioning it of whether it's true or not. Um, but I just want to challenge you, if you really want to discover what is true. And I'm not saying that I know everything that's true. I definitely, I'm, I would say I'm just a novice when it comes to seeking truth, and I probably always will be. But um, start with something like, if there's something small that you maybe um, want to get to the bottom of it, and you want to try to find it out. For me, that one was, well, I'd say, yeah, there was a couple different ones, but I'll just start with this simple one. For me, it was Calvinism. I went to Baptist churches for the better part of a decade, actually a little over a decade. I was going to independent fundamental Baptist churches, and I even got my Bible college degree from one of those um, colleges within the Independent Baptist Church denomination. And one of the things that I started to notice towards the latter end of my time there is how how much Calvinism was seeping into Christianity in the West. And so, and I wasn't a big fan of Calvinism. I thought Calvinism was a heretical, dangerous theology, and by the way, I still do. But what that led me down is it led me down a path of questioning a lot of different things, like, is hell real? Did Jesus actually teach on eternal conscious torment? Is there a literal rapture going to happen? Is the Bible preserved in one is the Bible preserved in one English translation, such as the King James Version? And I've done a video on that before. There's actually like several different revisions of the King James Version. So whenever you if you are a King James onlyist, or if you encounter one, I would just question which King James is the correct one, because there's word changes, there's changes in the grammar and the punctuation, the things like that. So there's all kinds of different changes and revisions that happen in the King James Version. And so if it was perfect with the 1611, why did it need to be continually revised, and why is it still being revised today? So there's a quest for you to go down if you want to go down that quest, or you can just simply accept what your pastor says and just keep on believing what you believe, and if that's what you choose to do, that's fine. But you will not enter. You will not be able to exit the matrix if you continue to do that. You'll be stuck in blue pill theology and blue pill Christianity if you just accept what your pastor teaches without questioning it, or just accepting what you've always been taught without ever seriously questioning it. And then what eventually might happen is you might start to see inconsistencies even within the Bible. I mean, people say, if you're a Protestant Christian, or if you're a Protestant Orthodox Christians or evangelical Christians will say that the Bible is perfectly inspired and contains no errors, and now, because there's so many translations of it, they'll say, well, it's perfectly inspired in the original writings. Okay, when you find the original writing, let me know, because I want to see that one that was perfect and contained no error. But the thing is, that's just all that is it's just tricks, and it's a dog and pony show. It's word salads. It's to try to get you to buy into their theology and their teachings. And one of the biggest things for me that got me to start questioning whether the Bible is completely consistent without error is noticing that there were inconsistencies within like Jesus and Paul's teachings, or the teachings between James and Paul, like where Paul teaches that we are justified by faith alone apart from works, and then Paul teaches that, and then James teaches that we are justified not by faith alone but by works. And there's a clear contradiction there. Clearly they don't see eye to eye on that subject. But if you're a dogmatic fundamentalist evangelical or Protestant Christian, you have to harmonize those. You have to say, oh well, when they say justify, they were talking about two different things. They were talking about being, and I, the funny thing is, I made a video of that trying to harmonize the two of those. It's probably still on my channel, and I probably need to remove it soon. But if you see this and I haven't deleted, go check that out and see where I tried to harmonize James and Paul. And but you have to do that if you're a fundamentalist. You have to do that if you're a Orthodox Protestant evangelical Christian, because if you even hint at the idea that maybe the Bible isn't a completely univocal, harmonious text that always agrees with itself, then that starts to cause some problems for your beliefs. But for me, I'll just tell you where I landed. I'll just give you the Spark Notes version. I basically, after I started seeing those inconsistencies, I basically now follow the teachings of Jesus alone. And I mean, I enjoy a lot of Paul's teachings. I enjoy a lot of writings in the Bible that come from people other than Jesus. But the sayings of Jesus are where I get most of my beliefs now, where I get my, and when I say my beliefs, I'm not talking about just like my beliefs in the afterlife and my beliefs about God and eternity and metaphysical things, but I'm talking about beliefs in how one should live, how they should carry out their life, how they should treat their neighbor or their enemies, and how we should be forgiving to others and things like that. And you'll see, if you just do an honest side-by-side comparison of Jesus and Paul, you will start to see that there are glaring contradictions between the both of their teachings. And you'll probably deny that, I'm sure. Probably most people that are watching this will deny that. But just try it for yourself. Maybe I'll do a video of that soon. But anyway, try that. Go either take the blue pill or the red pill. Stay in Hakuna Matata land, where all the bugs and berries and nuts are nice for you to eat, and you don't have to worry about any kind of threats. Or you can go up and challenge Scar and take back what is rightfully yours and free the people around you from the oppressive system that they're under. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video at that. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. God bless, and I'll see you next time.